So welcome guys, and today I want to talk about saving culture. Yes, so welcome. Yes, so this is a new year with new things, and I remember looking back in my channel, and I can't remember the years, but I remember we had this group of ladies that we used to save money. Yes, we would save money and then we would share at the end of the year. And I remember I bought my washing machine using that money. Yes, from the money from the savings. And I was feeling like it's not an ideal topic to speak in my channel, because rarely do I speak about money, or currently I'm not been talking about money. But then when I remember that thing we were running a while back, I thought I should speak about it. Yes, there is even a video that we did with the ladies. Yes, we were in a group of, we were quite a few guys. We were quite a few ladies, and used to save the money. And welcome to my life. We want to talk about money or saving, on how you save your money. Maybe we can have like a discussion. Yes, and that's what I want to talk about. Yeah, so we were with these ladies and we used to collect the money together and we would share at the end of the year. It was such a really nice thing. The only challenge was because one of us was keeping the money. So the challenge was like you keep the money for a whole year, and then by the end of the year you come and you distribute the money to the ladies. So that was a bit tricky because you required to be honest and faithful. Yes, and it's not good to welcome guys to my life. So we are talking about, I want to talk about money. And I remember there is a video you are doing here. Let me try to get it. Yes, like this video you are talking about money. It has disappeared. This one, let me show you. Yeah. So when I did this video, we were saving 50 bob daily. Yes, we were saving 50 shillings daily for a year. Welcome guys. We want to talk about saving all money, and I was showing this video we did quite a while back. I can't remember which year this was. We had a group of ladies that we were saving money together. We tried to get, it was like 4 years ago. Yeah, it was 4 years ago. And I remember the money, the first year I got 15,000. Yes, and in the consequent years, we were collecting a lot more, and we had like gathered almost 10 ladies. And my only challenge was I was the one who was keeping the money, and these ladies, they were putting the money in my bank account. And as time went by, I started feeling the burden of keeping the money. You know, you have to be trustworthy, you have to be honest. So I was feeling the burden of keeping the money for the ladies, because you know anything can happen. You need to be so trustworthy and so honest for you to keep the money for ladies for a year. And I remember there is a year we collected like 300,000. Welcome guys to my live. We want to talk about money, or how various ways of saving money. I want to say as a Kenyan, because I'm currently in Kenya, and we could share. I want we have like a discussion, because finance is very important. Yes, I would wish we have such a discussion. So we were having this group where we were collecting money. We would we would gather together and we would collect money daily. We used to make sure that we save daily for a whole year. And I was saying I'm the one who was keeping the money. They were putting the money in my bank account. But as years went by, I started feeling the burden of the money. You know, you have to be you have to have integrity, you have to have honesty for you to be able to keep money for people for a whole year. Yes, that even when you have an issue of your own, you are not supposed to touch that money. You know, in Kenya we have seen, we have such groups
I earned about
where women,
$500.
they
I won
climb
with God.
premium tiers by the end of the year. So as time went by, I started feeling the burden of keeping the money, and I decided not to.
Money.
Welcome, guys.
Right now, today.
I decided not to, and that is how that thing died. That's how that thing died, and we stopped the group. So this year I have been having a lot of learning matters money. Yes, matters finance, because sometimes these are things we are not taught in school. Yes, these are things we did not learn in school. So it has been like a journey for me, and I was thinking maybe we could share these things. Yes, we learn from each other. And so I wanted to talk about like ways of saving money, of how to find Kenyans saving money. And we have the famous one where they save under the blanket. And that one is obvious, and it's not a safe way. It is not a safe way of saving money. Then we have the other one that we used to have like a money bank, and mostly you could, it used to be like a tin with a hole here on top, so that's why you'll be dropping the money. And also that one you cannot say like it's a safe way of saving money. Yes, because the risk are many. So we talked about in the mattress, we talked about the money bank, and then we have bank. We have bank. This is where you keep your money in the bank. And before there, we can talk about the merry-go-round. Merry-go-round is a very common. Welcome guys to my live and like the video. So merry-go-round, we are talking about ways of saving money in Kenya, or how as Kenyans we save money. So we can talk about merry-go-round. People don't like it very much. In Kenya, what we do, you gather like people of common interests, maybe friends, family, relatives. So you come together, you be collecting money, and then you be giving that money to one person. Yes, majority of people don't like that, but I personally find it okay, cause like for example, when you are in business, sometimes it's not easy like to collect that money, or to get that money of your own. It's like a cultural thing in our society. Yeah, so personally I don't hate it. Hi, Abdi Gadif. Hi. So, how are you? Maybe you can tell me how you save money in your country or where you are. Yes, so I personally, I just wanted to share that ways of saving money, and I was talking about merry-go-round in Kenya. I'm Kenyan, and this thing came from like, it's a societal thing where you come together as a family or friends, then you contribute money, and you ballot for posts. So there is number one. Welcome guys to my life. So there is number one, number two, you can be like 10 women, or you can be like 10 men. So you shall be contributing money, and you give one person maybe for a month. It's a societal thing in Kenya. We do that a lot. Or you are in Kenya, so you know merry-go-round. So it's a societal thing in Kenya. I think it's a cultural thing of how we have lived in Kenya as a community. Yes, so you could be contributing the money daily, weekly, or like fortnightly, or like a month. Yes, like that. So this week or today we contribute money, we give one person, tomorrow like that, the other day like that, the other day like that. So it's a societal, it's a cultural thing. I think from the way we have lived, we have been socialized, and it works well. So yes, so Abdi Kadir, do you do that here too? Do you do that? So it's something that as Kenyans we have mastered. It has its disadvantages and advantage. Yes, especially when you have rules. In most cases, welcome guys to my life. So we are talking about money and ways of saving money in Kenya. And in most cases, we usually have like a constitution. So when you come, you sit down, you have like constitution, you take minutes. And in most cases, it's verbal. Why? But me, I find it. I find it okay. There are people who don't like it. Yes, and majority who don't like it, they talk about, you know the way friends they come and they are not like serious. But when you have like strict rules, personally I find it okay. Yes, personally I find it okay because in most cases you're not able like to raise that money. If like for example you wanted like 100,000 and you're in business, in most cases you're not able to raise that money alone. So when you come together, it's easy. So me, I don't hate it. The only part I was feeling like it was, oh yeah, so you see, so if people are not serious, welcome guys to my live and kind of like the video. We are talking about money and ways of saving money. Yes, and we have Abdi Kadif who says we're talking about merry-go-round. I don't know whether you know it. If you are Kenyan, I know you know. Where you like, for example, you gather people of common interest. You could be like 5 to 10 depending on the number of people that you are. You be contributing money and you be giving one person. Personally, the only challenge I was fighting with it is the issue of inflation. Yes, I feel like that one can affect you, but even that notwithstanding, I think merry-go-round is not a bad thing because you are not able like there are days you are not able like to collect to get money on your own. But when you're in a group, it's easy for them to be giving you that money. If it's like 100,000, 50,000, you do what you are doing. If it is in business, you do that. Yeah, but merry-go-round works well when people are serious and committed. Yes, when the leaders they are fair. So if like Abdi Kadir was saying, if the leaders are not fair, that merry-go-round tends not to go far. So another way of saving money is through SACCOs. If you are Kenyan, it's still also another way of saving money. And SACCO, it's also like a merry-go-round, but SACCOs, they usually earn interest because the money that you raise. So SACCO is like I'm not able like to mention the initials for SACCO, but in most cases you find like community like police. We have like a police SACCO in Kenya. We can also have like a factory. We can also have like teachers. Yes, in Kenya mostly those are the organizations that usually come up with a SACCO. It's still also the light from society and community and cultural practices. So like for example, the police they come together because of a need of being together. So they be contributing every month. They be contributing the money, and circles are usually formalized. Welcome to my live and kind of like the video. So circles are mostly formalized. They are most formalized and they are legal and they are regulated by SASLA. Yes, a body that regulates circles. Yes, so that circles don't run away with people's money. Yes, and in Kenya we have white circles that are doing amazing, and you also have others that usually like go other and disappear with people's money. But when a circle is regulated by SASLA, that circle tends to do well, and because it is following some regulations. And like for example, this year there was a very big scandal of between Cusco. So Cusco was a body that was regulating. I'm not able like to mention it collectively, or but it used to be like a watchman. Yes, welcome to my live. So Cusco was a watchman for SACCOs. Yes, Cusco was so SACCOs are regulated by SASLA, a body that regulates SACCOs to make sure that SACCOs don't disappear with the people's money. And then the Cusco was another body that was to be an oversight for the SACCOs, for SASLA. But I don't know how they were able like to, because they did not have like rules that were regulating them. Somehow they were able to, because every circle they had money that they were forwarding to Cusco in Kenya. Every circle in Kenya, they had money that they were contributing to Cusco, and because they were not, and because Cusco there was not like a body that was oversighting, they really ran away with a lot of money in this year. Personally, I was worried in the circle that I am. I was thinking we were not going to receive dividend, but we were given. I don't know how they factored that, because that was a loss in majority of circles. You can even find that. It's only that I don't have, but there is if you go online and you search that scandal of Cusco, you are going to find the circles and the amount they lost through that scandal, and it was a lot of money. Yes, so some things happen in Kenya. I think sometimes investing it's not easy, but circles, they are a good way of investing money. Yes, especially when you look for a good circle, you can go online and you check for the good performing circles. We have many. We have like Mwalimu Circle. We have the one for Kenya Power. There are many. There are several that are doing well. And one of the things I love about Circle is that they're able to give you dividend. Like yesterday I was giving a story how I found that Circles, they are good. I had a friend, like 8 years back, I had a friend, a lady, and she was working with, I think, Kenya Power. And you know the way you save money in the circle. So she was receiving dividend, and I remember that by that time she was receiving 120,000 per year. And at that time she was not working because she was diabetic, and I think she was maybe she was past retirement, so she was not able like to work because of her condition. But that money for dividend was sustaining her, because like for example, in a year if she got like 120,000, that money you divide by 12. So she used to make sure that every month she used 10,000 to meet her needs. And she's the one who made me to learn about circles and to understand the importance of circles. So if, like for example, you have not started saving, circles, they are a good way of saving, and also making sure that you receive passive income, especially if you are, like for example, you are a housewife, or you are a young girl. Just imagine if you learn, like for example, if you are like in your 20s and you join a circle and you start contributing money to a circle. Just imagine by the time maybe you are 40, you are 50, you'll be earning dividend. Yes, and like for example, for me now, in the age that I am, I desire to make passive income. I do not have to like open my shop. Like for example, nowadays, for me, I learn how to do a business, and if I'm not there, I don't make money. But if I have a circle that is giving me passive income, you know, that is income that I'll be waiting for every year, income that I have not worked for. The only thing I did was to be diligent with my money, and I saved. Yes, so and from the proceeds of the circle gives me a percentage of the profits after maybe they have loaned, because that is how circles make money. They don't manage to, if it is teachers, if it is like workers, if it is, like that. That's how circles make money. So by the fact that I have given the circle money. Oh, sorry, I got a call. So by the fact that I have given my money to a circle, that circle, they'll be giving me a percentage of the profit, and I think that's a really good thing. Yes, personally, I desire to make passive income, so you can save your money in circles, and from there. And by the way, I forgot to show you another app I saw, and let me try. I don't know whether I'm going to get it. This app is amazing. The only challenge that I found with it is it was giving an interest that was not high, comparing with the interest that maybe you are getting in money market. It's among the many apps, but this one, I found it so amazing. I don't know whether I'm going to find it. Yes, here. I don't know whether you are going to see this. You see the head, this head here. The head, this head, that head here. It's called Chums. It's called Chums. So if, like, for example, I place on Chums, oh, so it's not able to open in this gadget, but I found Chums to be a very good gadget for saving. Yes, and it belongs to Nabo Capital. If you know, Nabo Capital is a fund manager. Yes, it's a fund manager. You can check it out. A nice one. It's a nice one. Yes, it's you is Mushiri, Pius Mushiri, and wow, if you go and you watch the videos of Pius Mushiri, I'm telling you, Chums is it's a nice saving app. The only challenge I had with it is that the interest rates from Chums and of the money market, I was reading, like, they were low. Yes, like, for example, it was giving like interest of 8% or 6%, whereas in some money markets, you are getting like 10%. So I found that a bit wrong. So I thought, why should I be using the Chums, whereas there are money markets that are giving me better return. So I stopped, but it's very nice. And one of the features I liked about Chums always give you notifications every day. I wish I had a phone that I could show you. Chums used to give it's always giving you notification, and it's always asking you whether you have saved for the day. Yes, like, for example, when it sees you have made like a payment, if you are, like, for example, in a shop and you have made a payment, Chums sets you a prompt. It prompts you, reminding you to save. And I thought that was nice. That was amazing. And another feature I liked about Chums, it had also a group where you could come together as a group, and, like, for example, if you have like a burial preparation or a wedding, you can come and conduct that fundraiser. You know, in Kenya we do a lot of fundraisers. You could come and do the fundraiser in the app, so that everybody will be contributing the money there, and the money will be attracting interest. I thought that was amazing. And another thing about that group is that when you want to remove the money, because like me, I had formed a group with a few of my friends. It's only that I found they were not constant, and I stopped that. Plus I also discovered the MMF, and I thought I felt like the tunes was shortchanging me because of the interest rates, because you can't compare the interest rates of tunes with other money market. Yes, but I really like that feature about tunes, that you can conduct a fundraiser within the app. You have like a group of, like, for example, 10 ladies or 20 people. Yes, you have that, where you come together and you can conduct your fundraising in that app. And another feature that I loved about Chums is, like, for example, when you try to remove the money, every person in that group had to approve for you to remove the money. And I thought that was a really nice thing. So Tunes is another good one. Yes, so if you're looking for like a saving platform, one of the things that I found when I was operating Chums, I was able like to save daily. But when I joined the normal MMF, I slackened maybe, and maybe the only challenge I'm saying, the challenge I was fighting with Chums is that only part of the interest, and I'm thinking maybe I could have continued with Chums. I be saving for like a month, and after a month I take that money and I put it in the MMF, because sometimes saving in the MMF daily proves hard. But I don't know, when I was using Tunes, I could save daily. I was making sure that I was putting 200 in my Tunes account. Yes, you know, I think the challenge I was fighting, I was feeling like I'm putting this money in Tunes and it's not giving me the money, the interest like the money market was giving. But now the challenge is in the MMF, it's not giving you the prompts, but Tunes was giving you the prompts. So I think I'm even thinking maybe I should go back to Tunes. I'd be saving for like a month, and then after a month I'd move the money and I put it in the MMF. Yes, yeah, Tunes is not a bad one. I know there are other saving platform, but for me, Tunes was amazing. So we talked about Tunes, and then there are from there I talked about the bank. Bank is where you just save your money. When you make a sale, or when you have a salary, that way. I know people, they are familiar with banks, so I'll not talk more about the banks. And then from there, we'll talk about money market fund, and there are many money market fund in Kenya currently. And my best of best is Etika. I'm not sure whether I'm going to see it in this, but if you go to Play Store, you search for Etika, you're going to see Etika, and you can download it from Play Store and you can join. One of the things I love about Etika is it's very user friendly. You don't need somebody to open it for you. You do that for yourself. You only need your ID. You need your Kenyan, you need your ID, you need your photos, and you need your PIN and an email address. Cause the fund usually sends you notification on your email address once you make a deposit. And another thing I love about Etika is they have a very beautiful customer care, very efficient. Here you don't even need an agent. That's one thing I love about Etika. You are not, you don't go through any agent. Welcome guys to my live. So with Etika, you don't go through any agent or financial agent. You don't go through that. You open on West. Welcome guys. We are talking about money and ways of saving money. And I was talking about MMF, and I was talking about Etika. And Etika is a good money market fund. Yes, so, and Etika is just among many. Etika, you don't need an agent. You only need to download the app, the app on Play Store, and you go through all the details, and you create the page for yourself. When you want to withdraw the money, you just go to your Etika account, you withdraw your money to M-Pesa or to the bank. It's very nice. The only challenge, as I was talking yesterday, the only challenge with Etika is you have to avoid the transaction costs of M-Pesa, because if you find like M-Pesa usually attracts a lot of costs. So you have to make sure either you withdraw your money once a month, or you can use Equity. Equity is the official bank for Etika. So we make sure that you have an Equity account. So this account, you'll be withdrawing your money to the bank. Yes, instead of withdrawing the money with M-Pesa, you just withdraw the money to your Equity account, because the charges there, they are minimal or they are free. Yes, I'm finding that that's one thing I need to constantly do with the Etika, for me to be able to like to reap the benefits of the MMF. Because when you are putting money on to Etika, there is transaction cost, and then there is transaction cost as you withdraw the money. So if you keep on withdrawing the money like daily, you're going to be attracting a lot of transaction cost. Welcome guys, my life. You're going to be attracting a lot of transaction cost from M-Pesa and from M-Pesa as you deposit and as you withdraw. So that's one thing that you should make sure that you avoid, or you minimize the number of times you'll be withdrawing money from Etika. Yes. And so I was saying we have money market funds, and I was giving an example with Etika. And Etika is among the many. We have CIC, we have Britam, we have Nabo Capital. We have so many money market funds. And how money market funds operate, they have like compounding. They have the way they compound money. So when you give them their money, the money starts compounding or multiplying. And the only time but the trick is you keep money before Friday, because if you deposit your money on Friday, the first we get the money, the money will not compound, but from there it's going to compound in any other weekend. But the first, if you keep your money on Friday, that money will not compound. It will start compounding on Monday. So that's the trick. But since the time that you put money in a money market fund, it's going to continuously grow. Yes, it's going to continuously grow and get bigger and bigger. So I was saying, money market funds, we have so many. I was talking about CIC, we have Jubilee, we have Britam, we have Etika, we have Nabo. There are so many. We have Mali, we have Zidi, we have how are they calling it? Gulf. We have like Gulf Capital. There are many. We have many money markets in Kenya. You only need to do like your due diligence, and you establish a money market fund that is doing well and that is customer friendly. Yes. Yeah, so that was that. Then we have special fats, and special fats in Kenya currently we have several, but I know of Mansa. I know Mansa X, and then there is Oak, and then there is Oak Fad. Yes, so Mansa X, what they do, they invest their money in treasury bills, treasury bonds, in stocks, in cash, in gold. They even invest in overseas shares. Yes, they are not confined to the Kenyan market. No, Mansa X is yani it trades with a lot of international shares, and they say that, and the fund is usually, it's a high risk, but then it is also a high return fund. Yes, I think it's doing amazing. From what I have seen, you can go online and you Google what is Mansa X. Personally, I think it's doing amazing, and that's something that you can consider. And you join Mansa X. The minimum money for you to join Mansa X is 250,000, and when you go to top up, you top up in the minimum of 100,000. Then we have the Oak. We have the Oak Capital. Oak Capital. The amount to join is 500,000. And guys, these funds, they're usually regulated by Capital Market Authority. That is the regulating body in the Kenyan market currently. Yes, they are not pyramid. As I was telling somebody about Mansa, and they were thinking it's like a pyramid. No, it's not. It's a fund that is regulated by the by the Capital Market Authority of Kenya, and it's only that it's a high risk and high return. Those two go hard in hard. If you want a high risk, a high return fund, it's also risky. Yes, but from what I have seen, and this fund started like 6-7 years ago, and rarely have people lost their money in Mansa X. Welcome to my life, and I think it's a fund that is doing amazing for the people who have a desire for risky and high interest funds. Mansa X is a fund to go for. And then we have Oak is giving interest of allowed 29. These are funds, if you have like an appetite for risky investment, these are investment to consider. And usually lock your money for 6 months. Yes, you cannot access your money between the 6 months they have elapsed. After 6 months, you can access your money. And as I was reading about these facts, they encourage you to keep your money for more than a year or for 2 years. Yes, but you only need to have like it's the money that you are not using. It's not the money that you are using. It's money that you have like an extra of. That's the money that you put in such funds. And you must also make sure that you have like you have the guts. Don't put money for school fees there. You have to have guts to wait for that money. Yes, especially when you are a beginner, you have to have the guts to be able to keep that money even as you learn the fund. But so far I've seen like it's a really good fund. It's a really good fund. And then we can talk about the treasury bills. And treasury bills, they are usually the government lets you usually let the government money. And treasury bills, we have like 3 types. We have for the 3 months, we have for the 6 months, and then we have for the 1 year. So you let the government in the minimum of 100,000. Treasury bills, usually for 100,000, but the boats are usually above 1 year. Yes, treasury boards are usually for above 1 year, and I think these are amazing. Personally, I'm learning these things, and I was wishing I learned these things long ago. Welcome, guys, to my life. So we were talking about ways of saving money in Kenya, and we have talked about several. So now we are talking about treasury bills and treasury boards, and this is where you let the government your money. For treasury bills, it's usually like, hey, hi, Berry. Itidi Berry, hi, Sasa. Itidi Berry. Sasa, how are you? Welcome. How are you doing? I saw you are doing good. You are doing amazing. You got monetized by Facebook, and I think that was amazing. Yeah, so treasury bills is where you let the money to the government in the minimum of 100,000, and it's usually from 1 year going down. Yes, you let like 100,000 for 1 year, and the government, yeah, you receive profit from that. And then we have the treasury boards that usually go from 1 year to, they can even go for 50 years, for 30 years, for 20 years, for 10 years, depending on the duration the government is lending that money. Then we also have in the boards, we have the infrastructure. Welcome, guys, to my live. We are talking about ways of saving money in Kenya, and now we are talking about treasury boards. Yes, and treasury boards you usually let the government for a period of more than a year, because treasury bills, you let the government for 1 year. And you just give your money to the government for 1 year. After 1 year, you receive all your money. But for the boards are usually like long term. We also have like between the board we have the infrastructure board, and these ones they usually they are tax free. So you don't pay tax on the infrastructure board, but on the other boards they usually attract like 15% withholding tax. But then if your board is more than 10 years, you are taxed 10%. So guys, these are things that I'm learning. For me, like last year and this year I've been running. Even this year I bought my first board, guys, and I'm excited. And these things, they are not hard. Imagine how personally there before I was not getting it. But these are things that you can do on your own, on your phone, guys. Imagine you are, like, for example, for the board, you only need to, you go to Play Store and you download DHOW. I don't know whether I can find it here. It's called CSD app. You just go to Play Store and you download that app, and you follow the guidelines. And guys, there before these things I was thinking they were like rocket science, but imagine if they are not. They are so easy. You only need to do CSD app Kenya. You only need to, yes, here. I don't know whether you are going to see this one here. Yes, you download this app and it's going to guide you. See, CSD app. You only need to have this app, CSD app, and then you follow the steps until you create your own CSD account, and from there you can bid. And these boards they usually released every month. Every month the government will be floating boards. Yes, if they can float maybe infrastructure or normal boards every month. And for the treasury bills, they usually released like, I don't know whether it's weekly. I think it's weekly. And once you have like your CSD account, the Central Bank of Kenya usually send you messages notifying you about the bills or the boards. Yes, like for example, personally, see, I always get notification about the treasury bills, but every 8 month, the government is releasing a board. Yes, every 8 month, the government is releasing a board, and you can bid for your board, and the minimum for the board is 50,000, and for the treasury bill is usually like 100,000. So every 8 month, the government is floating a board. It can be infrastructure or just a normal board. So you just, when you have like your CSD account, you just bid. Maybe in future I'll do a video of how like to fill that account, that app, that account. So you just bid for the money, and you are going to be notified whether you won, whether your bid has been successful. Once your bid has been successful, you go to the bank. That's how I did. I went to the bank, to my bank, and I was able to like to transfer the money. Guys, it's easy. So I thought I should share with you. These are things that we can do. You're able like to do at the comfort of your house with your phone like this, guys. With the phone like this, you buy yourself a board. So as I was saying, the reason why I was thinking I should do this is because there before we were having like a merry-go-round. It was not, that one was not a merry-go-round. We were saving money. And those ladies, I was collecting money on their behalf, and as time went by, I started feeling the burden of the money. You know, keeping money for people, it's not easy. You might find yourself eating money that is not yours. And I started thinking, why shouldn't I come and share this information so maybe the ladies can learn? When they learn, they don't need to give them their money to another person to be keeping the money for them, because if like for example it's an MMF, you're going to put your money in an MMF that you're able to control, and you'll be earning profit from the MMF. So that was my inspiration for me to come and share this, because these are things that you can do so easily at the comfort of your house and with your phone. Yes, with your phone. So guys, so maybe in future I'll be able like to do like several videos concerning the MMFs, like for example how to open a ticker, because I'm finding a ticker to be so convenient. Maybe how to create a do CSD account. These are things that you can do it at the comfort of your home. So guys, I hope you found this video helpful, and maybe you can, if like you watch it tomorrow, I hope it helps you in your journey of finance, in your financial growth. So welcome. I think I'm going to end my video there. Maybe you could go back and watch the video, but thank you for your time. Good night.